You guys don't have to agree with me, but I think screen time limits are one of the weakest ways to talk about the biggest parenting fight in the house. Because most parents are asking one question: how many minutes should my kid get? That's a fine question for TV. That's a terrible question for smartphone. Because the problem is not how much time should they be on it. The problem is access, design, replacement, and what the phone is training your kid to want. So here are 4 things I would do before I worry about whether the limit should be 30 or 60 minutes or whatever number everyone is arguing about this week. Number 1, everything you knew about screen time is 100% wrong. Most parents still treat a phone like a tiny television. A TV broadcasts at your kid. A phone does more than that. It lets your kid reach the world, and it lets the world reach your kid. That changes the question. With a TV, the question, how long do they get, matters. With a phone, the question, who has access, matters way more. Who can message them? Who can search them? What can they post? What can be sent to them? What happens in a group chat at midnight when you think they're asleep? You baby-proofed the outlets. You locked up the cleaning supplies. You probably taught your kid not to open the front door for a stranger, and then you hand them a device that can open hundreds of doors at a time. So the first thing I would do is to stop making the first phone a birthday present and start making it a learner's permit. Limited access, supervised practice, more freedom and maturity, clear consequences if they prove they are not ready. That means the first version of a phone probably won't need social media. It won't need a browser. It won't need to sleep in the bedroom. It won't need private apps that you don't understand. A kid does not get the keys to a car because they turned 16. They get the keys after training, rules, practice, and a test. Treat the phone the same way. Number 2, the biggest screen time mistake parents make is instead of asking the question, how much screen time did my kid have today? Ask, what did the screen replace today? Because an hour on a phone is never just an hour on a phone. It can be an hour of sleep gone, can be an hour of outside gone, an hour of face-to-face conversation gone, an hour of being bored enough to build something, write something, shoot hoops, make music, clean the room, annoy their siblings in a normal human way. Kids are supposed to get bored. Boredom is like hunger. It feels uncomfortable because it's supposed to push you to go and do something. But we keep putting kids on a constant entertainment IV drip and then wonder why they never get hungry enough to create something special. So instead of setting a timer, run what I call the after app test. After your kid gets off the app, are they more calm or are they more irritated? Are they more connected or are they more insecure? Are they more ready for real life or are they more withdrawn from it? Are they more themselves or a little worse to live with? Watch the swap. If screens are crowding out sleep, movement, family meals, real hobbies, and actual friendships, the timer is not the whole plan. You have to put those things back in. Number 3, I don't even know why it's controversial to say this, but asking a 12-year-old to outsmart a $1 trillion attention machine is ridiculous. When we say just put the phone down, we're imagining a fair fight. I mean, just have a little self-control, right? That's not the fight. On the other side of the phone are engineers, designers, behavioral scientists, recommendation systems, and now artificial intelligence. Their job is to keep your kid watching, scrolling, clicking, refreshing, and then coming back for more. And then we look at a middle schooler and say, why don't you have more discipline? Come on. That's like sending your kid to arm wrestle a professional athlete and then acting disappointed when they lose. Old media had stopping cues built in. The show ended. The magazine had a back cover. The movie credits rolled. The TV channel used to signal and sign off at night. Now big tech has removed the ending. There's infinite scrolling. There's autoplay. There's the next episode in 5 seconds. There's notification. There's streaks. There's red dots. There's group chats that punish you if you don't answer fast enough. So the third thing I would do is add the stopping cues back from the outside. Turn off autoplay, turn off non-essential notifications, set a phone bedtime, charge devices outside bedrooms, make dinner, homework, car rides, and bedtime phone free by default. Use app limits if you need them, but don't pretend that the app limit is the whole strategy. The point is to put the stop sign back where the platform removed it. A tired kid at 10:30 p.m. should not need to become a monk to stop scrolling. The house should help them stop. Number 4, can I show you something that messed me up about video games? Psychology says people need 3 things to survive and to perform well: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. In normal words, that means a kid needs to feel like they have real choices, they're getting better at something, and that they belong somewhere. A great video game gives them all 3 in 30 seconds. They choose the mission, they level up and progress. Their squad needs them. Then we look at the kid who wants to play every night and says, you are so addicted to that game. Maybe. But sometimes the game is the only place the kid feels in charge of something, good at something, and needed by someone. That should bother us. Because if you only ban the game, you may remove the symptom and leave the hunger. The smarter move is to ask, what is this feeding? If it's mastery, where else can they get better in a way that they can see? Guitar, lifting weights, basketball, drawing, coding, skateboarding, editing videos, building something in the garage. If it's belonging, where's their real life squad? Where's their team? Where's their youth group? Cousins, neighbors, a club, 3 friends whose parents are also tired of this fight. If it's autonomy or doing something themselves, where do they get real responsibility? Can they ride their bike to a friend's house? Can they make dinner one night? Can they plan their Saturday activity? How do they earn money? Can they walk into a store and buy something without you hovering around them? This is one of the weirdest parts of modern parenting. We overprotect kids offline and then underprotect them online. We won't let a 10-year-old walk to the park alone, but we'll give that same kid a device with adult content, strangers, algorithms, and a group chat in their pocket. Real life has to become bigger again, and this is where parents need each other. If you're the only family saying, wait a second, no smartphone yet, it feels like you're making your kids socially weird. This is why so many parents cave, so don't do it alone. Get 3 other families. Make the same phone rule with the same phone bedtime and the same no social media line. The same plan for sleepovers, the same expectation that kids can actually hang out without everyone disappearing into a screen. The pressure they feel changes when your kid is not the only one. So no, I don't think screen time limits are useless. A timer can help, but if the timer is your whole plan, the phone is still training your kid while you count the minutes. Do these 4 things instead. Number 1, treat the phone like a portal, not just a one-sided screen. Number 2, run the after app test and ask how they act after they get off a device. Number 3, put stopping cues back into the house, not infinite endless entertainment. Number 4, build real-life replacements that give your kid autonomy, mastery, and belonging. So please stop thinking about how much screen time and focus on the goal of raising a kid who can leave their phone on the counter because real life has something worth doing. If this is a problem or a topic of concern at your community, school, or neighborhood, I'd love to speak at your next event. Go ahead and click the link in the description. I'd love to chat.